Good afternoon, it's Hiker Dude Dad. I just found a new place to explore. This is Spalding Conservancy in Lancaster. Let's go check it out. So this area used to be called the Brickyard. Now it's part of Franklin and Marshall University. Several acres of Spalding Conservancy here were once home to the Lancaster Brick Company. And as you saw, this bank over here is just scattered with old bricks. And some brick structures are still going to allegedly be available for us to see here on the trails. Here are some giant ruins, maybe some columns or something. Got some metal embedded in the top. They look like big rollers or something, or columns. Right, so there's some loops here. Maybe they hung, maybe there's some kind of a mold or something. Do have bricks under them. So this was kind of a last minute find. I just discovered it this morning. I was waiting in the car while Mad Taco took her learner's permit test. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, sweetheart. But oh my God, this little baby that we had 16 years ago drove us back home from Millersville this morning on her learner's permit. I can't believe that. That was traumatic, but Doc took her in to get her permit. I waited in the car and I found this place here, this Spalding Conservancy, which is nearby where she took the test. All kind of little trails popping off to the side. It's not a huge place, 54 acres. But there's a lot of trails crisscrossing. This bank again is still just littered with bricks from the old brick company. So this land was acquired by Franklin and Marshall in the 1980s. In 2010, it was named the Spalding Conservancy for late F&M president Keith Spalding and his wife Dot. The college has since put some work into it, built a boardwalk through the wetlands, and it's their goal to facilitate study and outdoor reflection. The proximity to F&M's campus appeals to biology and earth and environmental majors. They often come over here and set up studies. There's a bunch of trail cameras around too to monitor wildlife and everything else. This area has been described as an urban wildland. It is very much in the city of Lancaster. A little bit of road noise. It seems to be kind of insulated, kind of secluded. And I see more ruins here, so I'm going to turn this camera around. So we had kind of the brick ruins. Now we're getting into finding some venting, like some flashing and some metal. It's like aluminum and tin. Here's a bunch of rusty metal. There is a very steep path right here. It's kind of inviting me to go up. I did want to see what was on top of this ridge, so I think we'll scamper up there. I'm going to put the camera down there so I don't slide down the hill. That was an interesting run up that hill, but there's kind of a path back into here. Some more cinder blocks over here. Looks like a real old piece of timber. And maybe a collapsed brick column back there that's mortared together, those pieces. More bricks littered through here, but it gets a little thicker with the plant cover. And here's another stack of all kind of wreckage. You know, we may be on the site of the brick factory right now. Pipe that's solid, that is going down into the ground there. We've got this, looks like pieces of a brick building. Got some metal, some screws coming out of it, but it looks like it could have been some sort of wall coming this way, under here, extending back. There's all kinds of wreckage on top of it. So it wouldn't shock me if this is where the brick factory actually was. Looks like a real wall, like straight through here, like a cinder block wall back there. And yeah, here's part of that wall that I was talking about. Yeah, you know what? These has to be the foundation of the brick factory. So many bricks along here. Look at this, like footer and a wall, flooring, pipes. Now just like metal supports going up through the cinder blocks. And there's that wall. Yeah, this is a blink and you miss it kind of side trail here. This upturned piece of concrete over there. Yeah, here's this brick wall. It's got metal support going down through. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Cinder block bolted to a beam or something right there. Oh man. There's that initial big pile that I saw in the background. Yeah, this is way more ruins than I thought we'd find here today. This is for never having heard of this place before this morning. Man, this is a nice little find. I'm glad I got here a couple weeks from now. This might be all overgrown. Look at this. Don't want to cut myself on this stuff here. I don't have gloves or anything. It's very rusty. Yeah, I do believe this was the Lancaster Brick Company. I wasn't really planning on going out today. It was pretty windy, a little bit chilly, but glad I did. Yeah, we were doing the driver's test thing this morning and getting coffee and everything else, so I'm more dressed for that today. I just threw on the boots and came out. Didn't even bring my pack or anything, but some more stuff over here I'm going to show you. This might be roofing. This looks like it has almost like shingle material on top of the concrete. That might have been like the roof or something. Yeah, once you find this location, there's no shortage of ruins and blocks and everything else up here. Very cool. Coming back towards this original wall here. I'm up on the wall. Yeah, glad we got out here before this place gets really overgrown. And it will be in a few weeks. There's thorns all over the place. But yeah, here's all that wreckage. Big pile over there. Very cool, very unexpected today. This is a good find. I definitely found another spot here farther down with ruins. Might have been an electric fuse box or something right there. Maybe some kind of oven, kiln or something. Parts of that. Another junction box here. And bricks just everywhere. So right now I can head down towards the wetlands, but there's one more little spur circle up this way. I'm gonna go check that out first, and it'll bring me down into the wetlands anyway, but I want to go check that out. I did hear that they removed a lot of invasive species from this area and planted native species and are letting everything kind of get back to nature. There's train tracks right up here. A few weeks ago we were at the Farmingdale Trail, and I'll link that video above, but the train kind of passes through that park, and we reached a trestle bridge in that video. We should be able to see that trestle bridge down here. The parks are almost connected. They're only separated by the little Conestoga Creek. Any ideas on what this is, please comment below. I think that middle piece is glass or porcelain or something. So here's another structure. We are right near the railroad trestle I was just talking about. This looks like it used to be a little one-room building. This almost looks newer. The Lancaster Brick Company operated, I think I just read here, between like 1919 and 1979. I think that's correct. This is like a saw table or something. The saw was here and the blades would go down through there maybe. Alright, so here we are now, banks of the Little Conestoga. Here's our trestle. Again, on the Farmingdale hike, we were over in here looking across. I don't think I saw that big piece of metal when I was here before. Looks pretty old. And the path just goes to about here. Across the way here, there's a historical marker right here. And I'm gonna show you a picture from that I found online that actually has the picture of the brick factory. In the aerial view, it lines up with the ruins that we found. It definitely lines up with those ruins we found because the way they're oriented to the railroad track. So they would make the bricks, load them right on the railroad right there, and that's, you know, what's above us right now. There's railroad tracks. So in that aerial view that I have right here, everything lines up. So that was definitely where the Lancaster Brick Company was. This is very nice. We had a red trail going out there, now we have orange. I love these. I would love to know where they got these stamped. Order a bunch of dark blue, light blue, and orange ones. Give those away. Well, hiker doodad giveaway. I like those. There was a loose one back there. I kind of looked at the back of it, didn't see a maker's mark or anything, so very cool. Always looking for more HDD swag. Oh, this is nice. This would definitely be swampy if these boardwalks weren't here. A lot of bird feeders out there. This is great. Got a little walkout path here. Not sure there's much of a view, but we'll check it out. Ooh, hi bird. I did see this place listed on like birding sites, so definitely a big place for bird watchers to come out. Male mallard, and the female is in front of him. She's dug down in the grass there. Briefly looked up. They're hiding out there in the wetlands, looking for food. Yeah, at no point did I realize there was a swamp in Lancaster City. Very, very cool. A female cardinal, I believe. It's there at that feeder. This one looks like an S and H, and this one is Quaker. I kind of blanked for a second here and thought that Lancaster Brick Company's branding was something else, but it was Quaker, so this brick was definitely from this brick factory. All right, so that was an unexpectedly good surprise today. I did not know about this place this morning. Did a little research, and here I am. Spalding Conservancy here. Excellent find. We found the Lancaster Brick Company, which was amazing. And yeah, not a bad unplanned hike for today. So if you want to see more unplanned chaos, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Never know what I'm going to find next, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.